So one of my concern, and once again, is the frame. And I know that if I'm going for small goals, I'm uninspired and I'm also not effective. I know that when something is big enough, boy, I find a way. I got it here in my castle, and the reason I got this place is because I got inspired. See, 2 months before that, I didn't even have a house. But it was Christmas time was coming, an impending event called, the seminar's almost here. And what happened was Christmas time's coming, and I thought, God, I got to get off the road. I got to have a place. I absolutely am committed to finding a place. And out of that commitment and going through the rest of the 5 C's, I'll share in a few minutes, the bottom line is this was manifested. It's incredible what will happen when you get inspired. And I didn't know how I was going to get in this place. I thought, it was $2 million as far as I knew at that time. I thought, $2 million, I don't have that much capital here. How am I going to do it? How am I going to create this thing? But see, once I made the shift in my thinking and I got inspired about the idea of even going for a castle. See, it's much easier to get a castle than it is to get a carpet, right? It's much easier to go for $1 million than it is to go for $1,000. I'll tell you what's a much easier loan to get out of a banker. Get a loan for $10,000, much easier to loan than $1,000. $1,000, it's more difficult for you to go in and say, I need to borrow $1,000 because he's going, this person, right? They're going to need to borrow $1,000. But if you come in and borrow $100,000, that's even easier than $10,000. So the difference in people, and the thing I want you to jot down your notes, the difference in results is many times the size of your goals, the size of your outcomes to start with. Say if you're only shooting for 5 and then you fall short, now you feel kind of bad. If you're shooting for 100 and then you fall short and you only get 50, yeah, that's real hard to feel bad with. This organization, I heard these people in this organization setting their goals, and they're the guys that stand up and go, I'm going to make $100 million in the next 12 months. And my first approach to that when I heard it was going, come on, because the guy has no skill, right? He's got this, he's got that, he's blue skying it. But the reality is out of going for 100 million, some of them made $1 million. Isn't that interesting? So my concern was that we didn't get caught up, right, in the negative side and that you stayed inspired. And so what I want to ask you to do right now is make absolutely certain that you get clear on what the results are you're going for. And the results you're going for is a more powerful you, a more developed you, a more happy you, a more integrated you, a more persuasive you, and a you who can develop a team, because every person who goes in there has a chance now to play on your team.